Such a nice day. It's actually still pretty cold. It's sunny. It's sunny. That was very nice of him. Oh, stuck at the road again. So, tomorrow is an exciting day. I'm supposed to be having my fairings fitted tomorrow. I'm saying supposed because it's booked, it's planned, the fairings have arrived, they're ready. But knowing my life, there's a million reasons why it still can get cancelled. So I'm not gonna say it's happening until it actually is happening. But it's planned for tomorrow. And I am excited. And I thought I actually would tell you, because I don't think I've ever actually told you how it happened, why I crashed, what happened. It was easily my most embarrassing crash of all times. And bear in mind, I have once planted a bike into a hedge, and to this day they call this hedge Jojo's bush. So embarrassing. But this, the Portimao crash was far more. Oh, you cheeky. So yeah, the Portimao crash was easily the most embarrassing crash of all times. It was an exclusive day we were doing with Benz. 2 days in Portimao. Knowing me and my luck, of course, it rained on the circuit. It didn't even rain where we stayed in the hotel, but it rained just on the circuit. So when we arrived at the circuit in the morning, I thought, I have 2 days of fun ahead of me. Also, it's an exclusive. It was supposed to be 30 people, but only 15 showed up. So we had a circuit to ourselves. 15 people, open pit lane. You go out when you want to, come back when you want to. That's like, if you don't go out with your friend, you're gonna be on your own. I'm telling you, it's bliss. So I thought, oh, I'm gonna get so much quality time on the track. I'm not gonna worry about rushing it in the morning when it's still wet. So I didn't go out in the morning. I waited patiently until it dried a little bit, and then the big boys went out and left the dry line. I've done a sighting lap in the van with Steve Brogan, our instructor. I did everything right. No rush, no pressure. Then I went out to try and learn the circuit. That's one thing that usually takes me a while. It was my first time there. I spent quite a bit of time learning it. Then once I've done that, I went back to the pits. I grabbed Steve. I was like, Steve, let's go out for a few laps together. If you teach me the line, because that's important. If you have an opportunity to learn the line, that's what you do first. Once you have the line right, the circuit works with you. If you mess up the line, it works against you, I promise you. So if you have an opportunity to go out with an instructor on a new track that you don't know, get him to show you the line, and then you can work on everything else. So we went out. First lap. I low-sided. Now why did I low-side? Basically I crashed because I was going too slow. Do you remember I was saying it was embarrassing? And it was a hairpin, uphill hairpin. I went in too slow. Hairpins, there's something about them that makes me a bit uncomfortable. So I went in too slow. I also didn't lean off the bike enough, which is something I never do. I always lean off more than the speed requires me to. So I'm the one of those people who just lean off the bike when the bike is still pretty much upright. And I didn't do that. I don't know why. I don't know. I remember thinking, oh, I should have probably moved my ass a little bit. But I didn't. Went in too slow. Didn't lean off the bike was leaned over too far, and I accelerated too soon where the bike still wasn't on a fat bit of tire. And I low-sided, and they say the low side is the least painful crash that one can have. And also because I was going so slow, this is horrendous surface here. I was going so slow, you wouldn't think that would slide very far. Well, the bike did slide very far, uphill, far enough to gain a hole in my engine. And then it hit the curb and it flipped to the other side. So both sides were crushed. I'm gonna show you something really pretty. One of my favorite places here. I brought you here to show you the damage on my bike, but also show you how I usually enjoy Bournemouth Beach. So here's the damage. This is a tank scratched that has to be painted. This actually survived. This is all damaged. This is getting replaced. All the fairings, that's getting replaced. They managed to fix this. At first they said, oh, we won't be able to fix it, you need a new engine, so the bike is a write-off because the new engine is £9,000. But in the end they managed to seal it. I'm so happy. These are all scratched, but the carbon can be fixed. It can be, I heard it can be, I think, polished and then lacquered over. I had to go back to the stock exhaust because mine was all damaged, because that was the side it was sliding on. All the fairings are getting replaced. The rear sets are getting replaced tomorrow. I think I'm getting new indicators, and that's it for now, but it will be a big change because I'm going for a new color, so I'm really excited about it. Anyway, I came to show you Bournemouth. Well, Bournemouth and Poole. I live in Poole, Dorset, England. I'm actually from Poland. Someone called me a British girl the other day. It's actually quite flattered. Sandbanks on the right. That's where I usually go to the beach if I actually do go to the beach. It looks like it's beach weather today, but don't be fooled, it's actually quite cold. And this is Bournemouth. Bournemouth Pier. Actually looks quite serene today. That side, Bournemouth Beach, is always so busy in the summer. Oh yeah, this is where I live. This is where I usually come for a quick stop. I quite like stopping here on my bike. It's a nice view and you get so close to the beach without having to leave your vehicle alone. If I can see it, I feel comfortable. If I can't see it, if I have to leave it out of the side in the car park, I don't like that. I don't do that. Not with the bike, no. Separation issues. Let's go. Oh, another one I get asked about. You guys ask a lot about my nails. I try to share bike advice and you ask about my nails. But, yeah, the question that keeps coming back is how do I get my gloves on with my nails? Where, I don't know if you've ever noticed, but my fingers are actually, I have these sausage fingers. They're really short. Like, can you see this? They're actually really short. So with nails, they're kind of just normal length. So I have these gloves, which are actually men's gloves, and they're size too big, because small is the smallest that come in. I really need extra small when it comes to men's gloves. So low, it's too big, slightly too big. And the fingers are really long, so I easily fit in with my nails. So I can embrace being a girl. Was being a bike hooligan. No, I'm not a hooligan. I'm anything but a bike hooligan. And speaking of being a lady, I need to get some makeup now. So, just go shopping. Oh, I hate shopping. Absolutely hate shopping. I don't mind getting new stuff, but if I had someone who could do it for me, bring the new stuff for me. Oh, that'd be nice. So yeah, the crash. Embarrassing, very slow. Clearly I haven't hurt myself. I have hurt my pride big time, and I have hurt my bike big time. I mean, have you ever heard of a write-off from a, like, what was it, 25-mile-an-hour crash? Maybe 30. I couldn't believe it when they called me, when the bike came back from Portugal. Clearly I couldn't go out on it anymore, and my dear friend lent me his race bike, so I still had some fun. It's not the same on someone else's bike though, and it had the race strip. It's upside down, which actually didn't take long to get used to, but it's still not the same on someone else's bike. So to me, we flew back and the bike came back 2 weeks later, and the BMW boys called me on a Saturday afternoon. Jovi called me and said, are you sitting down? It's like, oh, it's bad. He was like, it's we can't fix it. It's a write-off. Couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. I really did go in a really dark place when I heard that. So, oh, and also, this is interesting because I got a lot of critique from some of you. Oh yeah, why you take such an expensive bike on the track? Well, this is the only bike I have. I can't afford another bike because track bike, ultimately you need a van so you can transport it. It's usually not road legal because that's the whole point of a track bike. You don't have any road legal bits on it. So then you need a van. I don't have a van. I can't afford another car. I tried to buy a van, but they're very expensive. So this is the only bike, so this is why I was tracking it. And also, because I'm fully aware that it is expensive, I always had a track insurance for it. Now, track insurance is around £200 for a day if you pay for everything for this bike. So like 3 days in Almeria cost me almost £800 in insurance, but I still was doing it just to be safe, because yes, I am fully aware that it is a very expensive bike. And this was the first track there I felt, oh, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I won't buy the insurance. Deep regret. Another thing I really regret is literally a few days before I sent the bike away to Portugal, I considered buying some engine covers, but last minute I was like, oh, they're actually quite expensive. I'm not gonna get them, and I didn't get them. Deep regret. I mean, don't get me wrong, there still would be a lot of damage, but there wouldn't be any engine damage, and that's what initially killed my bike, or so we thought. Devastated. I was devastated. Okay, we're entering Bournemouth Town Centre. It's gonna be busy here. In and out, quick, in and out. I don't want to leave my bike here too long. Makeup shopping done. What a prick. Oh, now me guy. Oh, I dislike traffic wardens. I would never want to be one. So many other jobs I'd rather do than that. Come on, mister. Go, go, go. So yeah, the crash was very embarrassing. But it was just gutting that I had only just started. I was super careful. I wasn't pushing it. I wasn't going too fast. I wasn't too keen. I didn't go out in the wet. I waited till it dried out. It still was a little damp in places. I was so upset. And then you left, you know, in this beautiful place, stuck for 2 days with everyone having fun, and you were without a bike. I mean, that friend literally saved the whole event for me by lending me his bike. So kind of him. The shame of the Portimao crash will soon be behind me. Will it? I don't know. I'm so bitter about it. But I am looking forward to having my bike all pretty again. So yeah, the bike makeover is starting tomorrow. I'm excited. I'm excited. I am. Look what happened to me today. It's my car. Can you see this? And if you think this is big, my windscreen was all covered in this. It was just one splash of poop. What kind of bird has a bum that big? I have never seen anything like this. It was massive. So gross. I need to have it washed now. It's eating away my paint. Oh. Disgusting.